Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to take you through 5 steps to mastering your first touch. And if you apply each of these 5 methods into your weekly training schedule, you're going to see a huge improvement in your first touch so that it not only becomes a part of your foundation, but also a weapon for you to unlock opportunities to score, as well as enhance your overall game. Just before we get into it, I want to say a huge thank you to Acuity Scheduling for sponsoring today's video. Acuity Scheduling is a flexible scheduling tool that allows you to manage all of your client bookings and communications. With Acuity Scheduling, your clients can book appointments through your own customized page, cancel or reschedule if needed, as well as receive automated updates and notifications through text and email. My favorite feature is the downloadable app, which allows me to manage everything from the palm of my hand, which is a game changer for someone like me who's always on the go. Check out Acuity Scheduling for yourself to see how it can benefit your business. And if you use the link in my description at www.acuityscheduling.com/7mlc, you can sign up for a free trial today, as well as get 20% off your first subscription. Links in the description box down below. But let's get into the 5 first touch methods. The first step to mastering your first touch is technique, and there's no better way to master your first touch technique than to spend time hitting a ball against the wall. The great thing about training with the wall never gets tired, it's always available when you want to train, and you can get hundreds to thousands of repetitions in a very short amount of time. So when you're first starting out, just get used to rebounding the ball against the wall. Remember, the harder you hit the ball against the wall, the harder it's going to rebound. So it's going to mirror exactly what you give it. So if you give it a good pass, it's going to give you a good pass back. If you give it a bobbling pass, it's going to bobble it back to you. And then once you've mastered your 2 touches and you've got them nice and clean, start to then master passing the ball with 1 touch. Being able to get the ball on the move with just 1 touch is going to improve your speed of play and make you a more efficient player in a match. Then once you've mastered your 1 and 2 touch, start to involve different surface areas of your feet. In a match, you're going to have to adapt to the pass that you're given, and sometimes that requires you using different parts of the foot, maybe the outside of the foot, the sole of your foot. So if you can rehearse these different techniques in your training, you're just going to be more prepared for those match situations. From there, start to develop your directional first touch. Not only is it important to keep the ball close to your feet in certain scenarios to protect it from your opponent, but if you can recognize where the space is and get the ball on the move with your first touch, you can not only advance the play quicker and create options for your team, but you can also eliminate opponents. Some of the best players on the planet are able to beat players without using any skills other than a good quality first touch. So if I'm receiving the ball, I'm being pressured by my opponent aggressively, and I can see where the space is, take my first touch into that space, I can completely eliminate my opponent. So being able to keep the ball close to your feet and get the ball on the move is really important with your first touch in the modern game. If you want to add even more of a challenge to your wall training, you can place down obstacles such as cones, shoes, water bottles, and these provide different obstacles to manipulate the ball between with your first touch to give you that instant feedback to know if you took an accurate touch or not. So you can place them down in different formations, work on different patterns, and improve the accuracy of your first touch. But the keys when it comes to wall training is to vary up the speeds of your passes, the distances, the spin of the ball, the different surface areas of your feet you're controlling with, as well as taking the ball in multi-directions, so you're more adaptable when it comes to a match situation. You're going to receive all different kinds of passes in a match, so the more you prepare in your training session, it's just going to make you more equipped for those match situations. The next step to mastering the art of first touch is mastering juggling. So getting the ball in the air, learning how it responds to different parts of your feet, both left and right foot, and then involving different body parts that you would control the ball with during a match. So start off juggling right and left foot using the laces, then start to involve all the different surface areas of both feet, then involve all different parts of the body. So you can use your thighs, your chest, the outside of your feet. Just like with our wall passing, the more variety we involve with our juggling allows us to be more equipped for different scenarios we'll find ourselves in during a match. And being good at juggling doesn't mean you need to know any freestyle moves. There's top professionals who don't know how to freestyle, but I promise you every single top level player knows how to juggle the ball consistently with all the different surface areas of both feet and different parts of the body. As an extra challenge, you can start to master juggling different sized objects. The smaller the ball, the greater greater the challenge. So you can work with a size 3 football, a size 1, a tennis ball, but having to focus on a smaller surface area is going to increase your hand-eye coordination and make it a lot easier when you switch back to the size 5 football. It's almost like playing a video game on the hardest difficulty and then going back to the easiest difficulty. That easiest difficulty feels even easier after mastering a harder difficulty. That's exactly what it's like when you master the tennis ball. Try juggling a tennis ball for a while, then switch back to the size 5, and you're going to find it a lot easier to control the football. So work on your juggling. Don't worry about trying to achieve a certain number. Just keep practicing until you feel you've gotten to a place where you can juggle the ball with all different surface areas for multiple repetitions with full control. The third step to mastering the art of first touch is wall juggling. So we've mastered wall passing, we've mastered juggling. Now we're going to be juggling against the wall. So what this does is provide a more realistic way to control the ball in the air as you would in a match receiving a pass from a teammate. So start off by using the inside of your foot to control it, juggle it a few times and then return it to the wall. And then you can start to involve your laces, which is a little bit more difficult. And then you can start to involve different surface areas like the outside of your foot. You can start to involve the thigh, the chest, all the different surface areas you would control the ball with during a match. Then you can start to receive the ball on the turn, receiving it over your shoulder in different ways that you might encounter during a match that might be quite challenging if they're not rehearsed in your training sessions. The more variety you add to your training sessions, the more scenarios you'll be equipped for during a match. And then if we want to add even more of a challenge, we can decrease the size of the ball. So we can work with a size 3, a size 1, or a tennis ball. Remember, the more you stretch yourself in your training sessions, the easier the games become. So just as we did with the juggling and our wall passing, it's important that we add variety to our wall juggling by decreasing the distance, increasing the distance, changing the spin of the ball, using all the different surface areas of our body, practicing 1 touch, 2 touch, being efficient with those actions, being consistent with our actions, and allowing us to be equipped for different scenarios we might find ourselves in during a match. The fourth step to mastering the art of first touch is partner passing exercises. So although we can master a lot of different elements of first touch by ourselves using just a ball and a wall, the only restriction you have when training with a wall is you can start to predict the exact weight of the pass you're going to receive, which allows you to anticipate ahead of time, which is unrealistic when it comes to a match situation. So if you pass the ball aggressively against the wall, you're going to receive a hard pass back. If you pass it with spin, you know you're going to get spin back. It mirrors exactly what you give it. But when you're working with a teammate, you have that human error that comes into play. So sometimes you'll get an overhit pass, an underhit pass, a pass with spin that you didn't predict, which forces you to react to that pass and adapt to the situation, which is more reflective of what you'll experience during a match. Sometimes in a match, the pass will be overhit, it will be underhit, it will be played to your left foot when you wanted it to your right foot. And you've got to be quick enough to react and adjust yourself, but still get the ball under control. So by working with a partner, you get to put yourself in a slightly more match realistic scenario, so that when it comes to match day, no matter what type of pass you receive, whether it's in the air, on the ground, with pace, with spin, you've rehearsed so many different scenarios in your individual sessions that you're equipped to deal with the ball in a match. And the fifth step to mastering the art of first touch is to play small-sided matches. Think of small-sided matches as an intensified version of 11-a-side football. The pace is quicker, the touches are more frequent, and also the spaces are tighter, which gives you so many more repetitions of practicing your first touch in tight spaces at match speed and under pressure from defenders. So whether you're playing 3v3, 5v5, futsal, 7-a-side, you're giving yourself extra repetitions in a very competitive environment, and through those repetitions you'll start to learn where the spaces are when you're approached by a defender, what parts of the body are cleanest for taking a consistent first touch. And over time, the more you play, you're going to equip yourself in so many different actual match scenarios, so that when it comes to 11-a-side match where the touches are fewer, you're going to be more consistent with those few touches that you have, and you're going to have more of an impact on the game. So there we have it, 5 actionable steps that you can start implementing today to master the art of first touch. And one of my favorite quotes is, if you don't have a good first touch, you might not get a second. Absolutely vital to improve that first touch. It's the foundation of your entire game. And if you want a program to take your first touch to the next level, I'd recommend checking out Controllo, which you can find on my website, www.7mlctraining.com. But if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video.